Thank you, Andy.
Into good love.
I want to welcome everybody here, and thank you for coming. And I want to explain the event just a little bit.
A little closer to the mic.
This is the After a Fair, and it's following Oregon Country Fair. And there's many of us that are here that are old friends and have been involved with the fair in the past or in the present. We have the people I know, at least, and there's more. Andy and Will over here, and Scott over here, and myself and Jay and Karen back in the back. And I know that Deb has been to the fair a couple times and so on and so forth, maybe others. So that's what that's kind of about. Originally, when we started the event, we had a cabin up in Brighton Bush in a beautiful old-growth forest. So the ideal was to decompress from a very busy fair. We no longer have that wonderful forest and cabin any longer, but we've had the privilege to move through the 2020 Oregon wildfires and land here. And so here we are. And in that, I want to mention in the after fair events, my friends and associates that were affiliated with the fair would come up. And I had a dear and close friend that would come up from, at that time, Santa Cruz. And that was Chris Cohn, or some might know him as Samba. So once again, Andy, Will, Scott, that's what I know on the offhand of myself, very close and good friends. And sadly, Chris the other year or so, passed with a health issue, or whatever, cancer, right? Yeah, and he's gone from us. And I just want to acknowledge that wonderful time that we had with his presence and musicality. He was a very intelligent fellow. He was a very fun fellow. But as a non-musician, my observation was that he can intelligently communicate with other musicians. And so that made it available that they could fluidly play ad-lib music without structured song. And so we miss Chris, and I'm thankful that you're here in part to have that remembrance and memory. For some of us, we'll be going to Teddy Bear's Picnic in mid-August, and at that point, some relatives will come down, Chris's brother and past relationship, and we're going to place some ashes on the fair site itself at Jill's Crossing.
And you brought up Chris Cohn, one of the most compassionate, smartest people I've met in my life, a musicologist bar none, and just, if you don't know him, it's really hard to explain it because he's one of a kind in the best of every single possible term. I mean, whether you want to talk about what unconditional love means, if you want to talk about what openness means, I mean, whether you're in the spirit community or you're really grounded in the dirt, he was there. And he meant everything he said, and he said everything he meant, and he didn't BS around. He was very terse, maybe a little intense sometimes, but when he was intense, damn straight you were going to learn something that you would use the rest of your life, or if not, it would change the context of how you viewed your viewings of the world around us. And there's no greater gift to give to other people than that kind of awareness. So if they're spreading his ashes at the fair, that's just fantastic. I think I'm going to cry here for a second. Chris and... Yeah.
What do you want to talk?
Hi, Woody.
Hey. Thank you for coming. And thank you for being here and getting to experience this lawn and this stage. But I want to mention that I want to spend a brief moment in memory of a dear friend, Christopher Cohn, who passed last year. And he was a very fun friend, a very musical friend, and we always appreciated his company in good times. Some of you might actually know Chris Sama from Oregon, Pacific Northwest, and all around. Anyway, I want to say thank you for the times that Christopher was around and we had his company, and I wish him well on his future journeys wherever they may be.